Okay, this is a tutorial for the Legato square. So you will have done your seed stitch border. You're going to purl back with the same main color. MC is main color, which is whatever you did your border with. And in row 2, you're going to join the other color. And you're going to knit all the stitches. This part's easy, right? Now this pattern, you're changing color every row. You're alternating between your two colors every single row. So that means there's going to be rows that you turn your work like normal and rows where you have to slide the work over to the other side because the yarn you need is on the other side. And so this very first one is exactly that. It also tells you on the pattern whether to turn or to slide. That's all split up. But anyways, I got to do the white now. And my white is over here. And now I'm over here. My white's over here. So just like we did before, you're just going to slide it over. And now you're going to pick up your white. And you're going to knit a white row. Because you're still on a knit row. So remember, just because you knitted this row, the fact that we had to slide it means you're knitting again. You're not purling. You're not on this row. So you're going to knit this row too with the other color. Okay, so now I'm going to do row 6. All right, so you will have done your seed stitch. I'm going to be using my red now. And we're going to knit 1. And then I'm going to slip the 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to knit 3 or 4 stitches. So, but when you're going across these 3 stitches, this yarn is now going to go across those 3 stitches. And so with those going across those 3 stitches, if you have them up like tight like this, bunched, which we do, like when we start knitting, you know, we sort of bunch our stuff up. So you need to make sure that they're spread out when you're doing this stitch right here. And then you can go around it. And then you can see how this has enough room to spread out. Okay, if it didn't, if you'd done it too tight, it's going to look like this, and it's not enough room to spread out, and these are going to end up puckering. And you can't unpucker them once they're puckered. That's it, because you didn't leave enough of a strand here in the back to give them room. Okay, so that strand has to be long enough to give them plenty of room. Okay, then you're going to knit 7, but I'm going to knit 3, 2, 3. Now I'm going to do the slips again. So here's slip 1, 2, 3. Again, next one I'm knitting. So I've spread these out now so that I can knit them. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, slip, slip, slip. Okay, and then I'm going to knit the 3 at the end. And that's really all there is to it. Yeah, I split over there. So then now I got to purl. So I've got to slide it over. And as I said, it'll tell you to slide because my white yarn's on the other side. White is going to be all knit, except for your seed stitch, of course. And now I'm doing my slip stitches. You're just going to knit them. They're still white, so you can knit them now. You can't slip stitches too much because eventually your stitch would be too long and it'll stop growing. But one row of slip stitches is nothing. See that you've got your little squares are starting to show up. Okay, and then as far as your picture goes on your pattern, that's not a full picture. There will be more squares in a row than that picture shows. So don't let that throw you off. Eventually, I got to get a good picture of it, but I don't have that right now. So, yeah, so that's Legato.